you all lack the thing, a crucial thing in the trading world. Say, you all lack discipline. Yes. Yes, you do. You lack discipline in the gold and silver bullion. And you've been fleeced, heisted, and shysted to the shithouse because of the lack of financial education and discipline. Yes. Good late evening on the end of this long, gorgeous, exciting, fun holiday weekend. As the temperature is still steadily rising, but yet falling as the night progresses, and it goes from increasingly dark to increasingly light as the midnight hour wears on. We have a low temperature and a muggy, sticky low temperature in the mid-60s with a mid-80s tomorrow with scattered thunderstorms in the afternoon as a cold front moves through. And we get to some more seasonably comfortable temperatures in the mid-70s for the rest of the week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday on into the weekend with very low humidity. On VINCENZO'S, go crypto investing in the great city of Roseville, Michigan, right? The greater Roseville metropolitan area in the great state of Michigan. Watching some douchebags on TV. And seeing as it is fiscal and monetary policy Friday, Mondays, or seeing as it's commodity Mondays, I see Bitcoin's down, or the clock just switched over, so they're all changing. But these all got hammered today, and they're probably going to continue to fall now as the new day started. But seeing as it is fiscal and why do I keep saying that? Yes, there's trucks in the background. Maybe trade my truck in, maybe not. Who knows? Try to get a new one. It is commodity Mondays, and the inflation calculator is a very powerful tool, right? Come on. As you can see, if we go from 1980 to the year 2020, I think that's the last year it goes in on this one. If you bought $100 in 1980, you need $313 to buy that same shit, which means you had an inflation of 213%, which essentially means if you had 100 grand in the bank, it would have about $10,000 worth of purchasing power now, right? At a nominal, the price, the dollars will still be the same, but what you take home after you convert the dollars into your merchandise will be 200% less than you got in 1980, right? See how that works? There's another one, a little bit easier. There you go. And this has got a lot of shit there too, which is I've broken down into those. We'll do more of those tomorrow, the next day. But you can see inflation adjusting gold return. This is a good gold amount of $1,000 or the same $100. Calculate over the last 10 years. The dollar has lost 213% since 1980, right? The same dollar, if you had the same dollar. Oh, this is probably the one that doesn't work. Takes forever. Yeah, this is the one that takes forever. I need to delete that so I don't fucking use it. This is a good one. So look, we'll go, if you made and had a ton of money in 2010 and now in 2020, if you in 2010, I purchased an item for $1,000, what would it cost today? It costs $1,234, 23% inflation, cumulative rate of inflation in 11 years, which means the other way, if you had $100,000 in the bank, you've lost 23.5%, nearly 24% in purchasing power. So that 100 grand still there makes you feel all nice and happy in the bank because it still says 100 grand. But when you go to exchange those dollars for merchandise, cars, TVs, food, energy, gas, heat, etc., you only get $24,000 less of stuff that you have in your house. So your stuff is less, even though the money's still there. And every year it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, right? That's the power. And that's the travesty of holding on to dollars for long periods of time. For short periods of time, dollars are good. You can use them to exchange for things quickly and easily. But over anything other than a short period of time, you do not want to hold dollars. If you have a bunch of excess cash that's not being invested, holding it in dollars is it is the worst thing you can hold it in, because it's guaranteed to eventually lose 99.999% of its value over time. You can see inflation marks the quickest pace since 2008, right? Because we've had lots of inflation because the communist Joe Biden is printing money at an even higher rate than fiscal communist socialist monetary policy, anyways, former President Trump was printing, and communist and Marxist predecessors, Barack Obama, and what was the other douchebag? The other communist, George W. Bush, right? The second. Because they just continue to debase the currency. You have inflation, energy 13%, food 3.5%. Right? You're getting hammered, and every year your money that sits in the bank, they're going to give you for $100 grand. You're getting about $40 in interest on $100 grand in the bank, but you're going to lose 3.5% in purchasing power for the year. So $40 versus you're losing $3,400 in purchasing power this year, $3,400 next year, and over 10 years, you've essentially, your purchasing power has been printed away and it has no value, right? That's why you need to start you need to start holding at least a little bit of real money. And real money is God's money, right? God's money cannot be printed, right? You can't print God's money, you know? That's God's money right there. See that? It's a beautiful gold coin. It's a buffalo. You can't print this gold buffalo, right? You can't print it. It can't come out of a printing press. If you could print away our problems, everybody in the world would have a mini printing press, and when they wanted to go buy something, they would print money, right? But that doesn't work. It only works to inflate products and asset prices, you know? But that's real money. This is one of my newer pieces. It's a beautiful Somalian. It's kind of Somalian gold elephant, right? It's legal tender in South Africa, just as that gold buffalo is legal tender in the U.S. It does have a face value of $50, and this has a 200 shilling value. If you were in South Africa, you could purchase 200 shilling with this, even though you would be a complete moron, need your head examined if you used it for the nominal value, because the price of the gold piece is about 5,000 times more than those 200 shilling, right, at current price. You know, that's real money. A cougar in, right? Legal tender, real money, bullion coin. Or that was my gold piece from the U.S. The Cougaran it's got some kind of nominal value. I forget what it is. Some other nonsense that they use over there. 25 something, but that's real money, right? Coins, bullion coins, like this beautiful, gorgeous South African Somalian elephant, right? Somalian Republic elephant, 200 shilling, 2021. That's God's money, right? Silver coins, silver bullion, gold and silver bullion, right? That's real money. God's money, can't print that, and this will only go. This holds its value. In 1980, if you bought this gold piece, way back then, it was probably $40 to buy this, $30 for the amount of gold that's here. Now it's $500 worth of gold, more than that. And I know about $500 worth of gold because it's a quarter ounce. So it's about $500 worth of gold versus back in the day, it was probably like $30 worth of gold. Not even 30, because an ounce used to be $30. So a quarter of that, you're looking at $12, right, for that piece. And then you fast forward 50 years, and this is worth $500, right, because they're debasing your currency by printing. This is a $50 gold piece, fully backed by the United States government. It's a U.S. gold buffalo bullion coin, right? They stopped using these for $50 back in the day because the nominal value was being superseded by 400%. This used to be worth $50, right? It's worth $1,900 in melt value today. So who the fuck was going to use their coins back then when price of their coins were going up and the dollars were being debased. You keep real money. You don't get rid of your real money because that's God's money. It's a beautiful coin, though. I would never sell it. I don't care if gold was $100,000 an ounce. I would never sell this coin. It's not up for sale, nor will it ever be up for sale. Right? My mining stocks are up for sale. I buy them. But this coin right here, Vincenzo will never sell it. Right? I will never sell it. Even if the government banned gold again and said we had to turn it in, I would never sell it. I would never turn it in. Because you got to be a moron to do that. Right? But that's real money. One day you jabronis will wake up and stop losing and being debased in your money. Right? But look, we did Bitcoin earlier. We did XRP. We did Dogecoin. We did Litecoin. And I did send out the email. The first email for Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing, bullish or bearish indicators. I want to see we had 13 people on it. If I missed somebody, just let me know. If you want to get on it, details are the links and the details are down below in the description. Shiba Coin's junk. I'm not doing that. Let's go Theta. I haven't talked to much Theta lately. Let's zoom out to the weekly. You always start from the far out time frames to make it super simple and easy. And look at that. Theta's coming back down to its kind of mid-ground upper support since this coin's been going on, right? You see it was all kinds of support with our industry exclusive drawing tool. It was all back support there. And now it's hitting it as support again. But I remember the first time I talked about this coin, it was just off a high. And I said, anytime you see these big wicks in any time frame, that's a huge wick in the weekly, and then it pumps up, it's going to slowly roll back down and at least come and double bottom. And it's going to do that right now. You could get a little hiccup and a pump right there, and then it's going to crash back down. So eventually you're going to be doing something like that. And then if you draw out some lines with our industry exclusive perching tool, right? Or yeah, a perching tool right here, you can see we've had long-term overhead resistance, and it's going to continue down. It's going to play beautifully in what I just drew out there. Then we're going to hit here, and we're going to go to cloning. Cloning is probably bad in the human form, but cloning works beautiful as far as stock trading. But you can kind of see there's kind of your descending pattern that you're in, and I think it's going to play beautifully, and it's going to continue and more confirm this after we break down this upper support at about, do we got price targets? We do, but they're way out here. Let's get them over there. You got that support that you're bouncing on right now, about $6. And then you got more underneath support at $3.77. And I think you're eventually coming down here to about $1.50, which is major long-term underneath support. Whenever this coin started, where is this, back 2000? I don't know if they go back farther, but back here, you got major support and resistance down in that area. Yeah, this does kind of go back. And then you don't even want to test that. If you ever went back to the days of this coin being started, that's way the fuck down there. I don't think you're going down there, but I could definitely see you getting into the shit house box, and that's why it's down here. It's up a little bit higher. I definitely think you're coming into there though, for sure. That's definitely happening. And the start of that's about $1.48. It's going to be up and down. You could get big pumps, right? Like if you shot up and got up there, you sell into that if you bought down here because it's going to roll over. I don't care how high this gets. It's not going to top that. It could get up to it, and then it's going to roll over even bigger. Right now, the biggest pop that I would see would be the upper resistance, which is $7.50, and you're going to fall back down to where I just showed you. I think that's what's going on in Theta. Ethereum. You see we're in that inverted head and shoulders topping reversal pattern. It's following it beautifully. It's waiting to break the neckline, and as soon...
Yeah, Phil. No. I'm not a financial advisor. No, I'm not. No. Do I play one at my radio show? Phil, don't be the rock side, bro. No, I'm not a financial advisor, Phil. Yeah, I got a guy, see, that knows a guy, see, that has a guy, see. So you need a financial advisor, do you, Phil? Well, that's not me, Phil.